Okay, we're going to evaluate this determinant using row operations. Okay? So my first step is I multiply the first row by 1/8, right? So we multiplied row 1 by 1/8, which now gives us a matrix whose determinant is 1/8 of what it originally was, right? And then we're going to take out the first column, and none of that is going to affect the determinant because I'm always adding a multiple of a row to another. Okay? So I'm going to get, and hopefully I do this right, so let me just try to get the numbers right here. It's going to be -1/6 of this added to this is going to give us 0. That's our -6. And it's going to give us 30/8, which is 15/4. 15/4, is that right? Yeah. Okay, so we're subtracting 15/4 from 4/4, which is -11/4. And then 6 times 1/4 is 3/2. We're subtracting that. We get 2.5, which is 5/2, I believe. Okay? Now again, not making any claims for accuracy, but you know. Okay, so then subtracting 3 times the first row, I'm going to get 0. And 3 times this is going to be -15/8, and that's 56/8, which is going to give us 41/8. And then 3 times this is 3/4. -3/4 and 9 is 8 1/4. And I'm going to write that just as 33/4. Okay? That's likely I've already made a mistake, but just adding multiples of rows to other rows. No effect on the determinant, right? Here, the determinant was multiplied by 1/8, right? Okay, now, from here to here, I've got to eliminate one of these numbers. Okay? Turns out to be, if it turns out to be easier to eliminate this number, then I'm going to have 2 zeros here and something here, right? Then I could switch 2 rows and get it into upper triangular form, right? So maybe I would want to do that, but right now I'm just going to eliminate this one so it just comes out in upper triangular form. And the fractions are going to get nasty. I mean, moderately. So, if we multiply this I don't want to do that. Too many steps in my head. I won't get it right. Probably get it wrong anyway. But I'm just going to reduce this so I have a 1 here. Okay? And that's why multiplying -4/11, which multiplies the determinant by -4/11. And I get -20/22, which is -10/11 here. Okay? And then I've got 0, 41/8, 33/4. And then what? Got 1, 5/8, 1/4, 0, 1, -10/11. Okay? And then what I have to do, I got to multiply this row by -8/41 and add to this one, right? and that's going to give me 0 here. And then it's just negative 8 over 41 times this, which is going to be, I think...
Wouldn't it be multiplying it by negative 41 over 8 to get the same number? If you multiply by the reciprocal, it would give you the reciprocal. And then subtract.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I got to multiply this by negative 41 over 8 and add to this. I think I was trying to make that into a 1 while I was still doing this. Okay? So, okay, negative 41 over 8 times negative 10 over 11. That's easy. Well, negative 41 times 10 is negative 410. 11 times 8 is 88, right? So it's negative 410 over 88, but it's going to be positive because it's multiplied by negative 41 over 8. So it's 410 over 88, which of course reduces, right, to 205 over 44. That makes it easy. Okay? And I got to put that over 44. Well, that's going to be 364 over 44. And negative 205 gives me 159 over 4. With a big set of question marks. I just did that once in my head, and it isn't actually, it's 205. Yeah, it is. Okay, maybe that's right. Give myself about a 43% chance on this one. Okay? But anyhow, there's no change in the determinant, right? Okay? So what does this mean? Well, the determinant of this thing is just 159 over 4. It's upper triangular. Just multiply the diagonals, right? Okay, so 159 over 4 is 1/8 of negative 4/11 of the determinant of the original. Okay? Well, I know that this can't be right because I get a fraction when I multiply all this out. I get something over 2. So I get something and a half. So I did something wrong. Because the determinant of this thing is just this, right? Okay? And it's not going to be what I get when I... Actually, never mind. I tried to multiply these numbers. Let's reason it out. Determinant is 1/8 of negative 1/4, the determinant of the original. It's 159 over 4 times 8 over 1 times negative 11 over 4. Okay? I still get a fraction.
I just tried plugging the original matrix in and doing the determinant. This is giving negative 284.
284?
Negative.
Yeah, well, it's going to be negative because we got
Yeah.
just one negative in here.
Yeah.
But you see, 4 divides 8 giving me 2, right? 2 times 159 is 318. 318 times negative 11 is 3180, and 318, 3198, negative 3198. But that's still divided by 4 here, right? 3198 divided by 4 is around 800, so it's not even that close, is it? What'd you say you got?
Negative 284.
Yeah, so something's wrong, but the process is correct, okay? And if I multiply these out, I mean, 8 times negative 19 is negative 152 minus 210 plus, that's a 39, that's a parenthesis 78, okay? Which is negative 210 plus 78 is negative 132, 152, 284. And again, my mental arithmetic, especially since I've been doing this for 5 hours straight. I don't know. So anyhow, with the numbers don't really matter. Just do the numbers carefully. The principle is what it is, right? Okay. So there are only 2 steps that I made here that multiply a determinant by anything, right? And that's a 1/8 and a -4/11. And we end up with 159/4, which can't be right. But that's probably, well, yeah, who knows where the errors are. Okay? So do it carefully, but this illustrates that you just keep track of your multipliers basically. And also if you happen to switch rows, you're going to get a negative, right? If you add a multiple of a row to another, nothing happens. Well, those are the 3 most basic properties of determinants. And if you use them by doing these problems, then you get used to them. And you get used to using them, which means you really get used to them. Because you don't understand anything until you use them. Okay? So bottom line, do a lot of problems. If you do all the assigned problems, you should be in pretty good shape. But if you do all the assigned problems and still aren't in good shape, just do more problems and ask questions. Because next time, again, we're just talking questions. Okay? I'll take a quick look at your homework to see what stands out. Okay, what pops up. But I got to see some work. And everybody handed in some work with some questions. That's a good start. See how much you can get done for next time.